a spot that me and my family go to quite often. It's a local swimming spot, and a place that me and my mom go to clear our heads with. Well, last Friday evening, we both decided that we'd go out there, like we normally do, go clear our heads. It's kind of like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Is this in the morning or at night?
At nighttime.
Okay.
Which made it even worse.
Yeah.
So we got out there, and where we parked at is where I normally park at. Well, I ended up getting stuck, so I had to pull the truck out and nose into the boat ramp.
Mm.
Me and my mom had walked down, and we're checking everything out. Water was kind of high. Walked back up to the truck, because we had both gotten phone calls. Service was kind of spotty out there. We're standing on the driver's side of my pickup truck with the door open. I'm on the phone with my father, and she's on the phone with her husband. And out of nowhere, we heard a loud crash. It sounded like a tree just got cut down. Well, we'd heard that similar sound years ago where we used to live at. And I looked at my mom, and she looked at me. We both were frozen. And I quickly reached into the driver's side door pocket, because I keep a flashlight in there.
Mm-hmm.
Grabbed the flashlight out, and I walked down the boat ramp, toes in the water, and I turned the light on across the river, and I'm looking. I don't see anything at first. I surveyed a good area, and I finally decided to kneel down and take a look. Still didn't see anything. And by the time I stood back up is when I caught the creature standing directly in front of me on the other embankment. When I first seen it, I thought it was a bear. I've been face to face with a bear before, multiple times, different encounters. And I knew exactly that it was not a bear. It stood...
Can I ask you real quick, how far away do you think it was from you?
It's kind of hard to explain. Not even 15 feet away from me, probably about 10 feet.
Wow.
Okay, good. Okay, wow.
But yeah, like I said, I've had encounters with bears before. I've been face to face with one, and I knew exactly that this was not a bear.
Okay, so let me ask you something. What made you look that way? Because of the noise that you guys heard, and then you went and got the flashlight? Is that how that went down?
Yes, ma'am. Because of the noise, and we weren't sure what it was, and I wanted to be nosy and curious.
Yeah. And then, so you said it was about 10 to 15 feet then, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then did you happen to get, so did you hear it moving after you saw it? What happened, after you saw it? Did you bolt the other way? Did you wait till it moved? What did you do?
After we locked eyes for 3 minutes...
3 minutes?
Wow, nice.
Locked eyes together, and I quickly glanced away to look back at my mom, who was standing up by the truck still, and I kind of quickly, Mom, get in the truck.
Gotcha.
Why? What is it? What is it? Mom, just get in the truck. Turn back, and it's still standing there watching us.
Wow.
And by that time, my mom's already made it to the passenger side of the truck, climbing in the truck, and I happen to turn around, and I'm still watching it, while also trying to back up to get away from it, to get into the truck. And by the time I got halfway up the boat ramp, I finally turned my back towards it and bolted up to the truck, climbed in the truck, got the truck cranked over, and my mom's fiddling with her phone, got the truck cranked on, turned on, headlights on high beam. I looked dead across, and it was still standing there watching the truck.
Wow. Okay, question. What color was it?
It was like a darkish brown.
A darkish brown. What did you notice any facial features?
I did not. I was not paying attention to
Okay.
that at all.
I wouldn't
I
either, probably. If I seen something like that.
Don't know.
How
How tall
yeah,
do you think it was?
that was the next question. How tall do you think it was?
If I had to say rough estimate, about 7'5".
That's about normal. Yep.
7'5". Did you smell any odors that you can remember or think back upon? Anything like that?
It smelled like a landfill.
Really?
Interesting.
It smelled like a
And
landfill.
the trash company, so I know what a landfill smells like, and that's what it smelled like.
Is that right? Wow. Now, when you say you locked eyes, now how long did you lock eyes with this creature?
For about 3 minutes.
3 whole minutes? That's a long time.
Yeah, I was frozen. I didn't know what to do, so I just stood there and locked eyes with.
Did you notice any eye color or with the flashlight or anything like that? Was it extra hairy? Did it have a lot of hair or?
It was very hairy. So where it was standing at, the head of it was kind of tucked behind some trees, but I could still see the eyes. So that's why I said I really couldn't see any facial features because it was kind of tucked behind a branch, but I could still see its big beady eyes looking directly at me.
That's cool.
What would because you had you said you had bear encounters. What would be the difference on your say bear encounter versus this encounter with this creature?
With the bear encounter, it was a lot shorter, and I could tell by looking at just distinctly seeing the paws. They're a lot big. It was a lot bigger than a bear's paws.
Okay. Now, was this standing straight up, or was it on all fours? Was it stooping? What did it do? Did you see it move at all?
It was standing still, as tall as a tree.
Wow.
Okay.
So you guys left, and it was still in standing position when you left?
Yes, ma'am. It was still standing there when I backed the truck up, and I was staring out the windshield at it.
Wow. So how do you feel now, like today, since you actually encountered what you believe to be a Bigfoot? How do you feel today? Is it something you think you'll never forget, or what's your feelings?
It's still burned into my brain. I still have nightmares because of it.
Oh my goodness. Oh no. Would you think about going back there?
Here recently, no. I'm giving it a few months before I go back out there. My little sister has been wanting to go out there, and I'm not going back out there for a while because that's something that is one thing that somebody will not be able to forget at all.
Wow.
That memory that's burned into their brain.
Now, let me ask you something. Do you think it was alone, or do you think that there's others there?
Very good possibility there's others out there because of the location.
Gotcha. Now, when you said you heard a tree, did it sound like someone was cutting down a tree, or was it a tree break, snap, or fall? What did you feel? A tree fall, break, or snap?
It sounded just like somebody had freshly pushed a tree over after cutting it. There was no other sounds, no nothing, just whole tree crash into the ground.
Unbelievable. But Tim T as well, he lives out that way, and he actually researches in that area. And so he has heard, stuff like tree breaks, and he has seen orbs out there. He has had a lot of stuff going on in that area as well. So that kind of confirms it,
Where I seen this creature it was across the river, and there ain't a way of getting across the river unless we walk through the water.
And it's probably deep. It's a river.
It comes up to about my waist.
Oh yeah, that's pretty deep. And then when you said the color, darkish brown, So you saw a little bit of brown, then you saw a little bit of dark. Is that what you mean by that?
Yes, ma'am, that is correct.
Wow. Okay. Because that.
Well, good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, most of them are reddish brown, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Brown, darkish brown. So it was brown.
Yeah.
The reason I asked that is Tim T asked me to ask that question, and he says when I get an answer, he'll tell me why later. So I don't know what I don't know what what it is, but that's very neat that you had. I know it's probably very scary that you had that, and I'd probably be freaking out too. I'm not gonna lie, because we see a lot of things in pictures and stuff because they hide real well. I mean, but you had eye to eye contact like that for 3 minutes. You're locked eye to eye.
I would be nervous too. Yeah.
Yeah, my heart was in my stomach. I couldn't sleep that night at all. I tossed and turned all night. Thankfully, I didn't have to work the following day because I think I maybe got less than maybe 4 hours of sleep that night because of it.
Wow.
Aww.
So you probably wouldn't go back if you were like by yourself, just hanging out with your family. Would you go back to that area in a couple days if you had to?
During the day, yes. Not at nighttime, no.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Have you ever heard anything out there before, like any whoops or anything like that? On the basis when you go out, like with your family, have you experienced anything like that?
Not like this, but we have heard bears out there. We've heard coyotes, wolves.
Right.
National forest, what they call part of the Withlacoochee National Forest.
Yeah. Yeah, all you got, definitely all the, but you've never heard anything beyond that but this is the first time you ever saw one?
This is the first time I've ever seen one, yes.
Now, what were your beliefs before you saw it?
I'm going to be completely honest with y'all, I didn't think it was real. I thought it was all a myth until my encounter, and now I'm a firm believer in it all.
Wow, that's interesting. See, that's very interesting. That gives me the goosebumps, That gives me the goosebumps. Your mom, she didn't see it. Did she smell it?
She said she didn't smell anything or see anything.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dan. I appreciate all this because it just confirms that they're really out there.